Hey everybody, I'm back. It's Peter Sinkevich from I Love Startup for today's little vlog entry. I just wanted to apologize to everyone if you were expecting me to have a video yesterday. I know I promised. This is not a great start, but I knew I promised at the beginning of the year I would do this every single day. And wouldn't you know it, right after I did the first one, the first day back from break, it was like an avalanche of stuff that hit me. We had a couple really cool opportunities drop in our lap. Not negative stuff, positive stuff, but it required a little midnight, burning the midnight oil, so to speak. So I had to pass on making the time to do the video in order to get some business done, regrettably. But it was a good thing, and I have some details I want to share with you about that, but it's not going to happen today. Things will progress a little bit, and then I'll share some really exciting news with you guys regarding all that. But on that note, just a quick rundown. What are all the things that have happened just in the last 2 days? It's a lot, actually. So with Fuckup Nights, yesterday we had a great deal that we consummated with these guys over at Spark Labs. They're here in New York City. They have a spot down in Union Square, and then they have this bigger, beautiful, like architecturally sick as AF space up near Bryant Park. It literally looks like it belongs in like Architectural Digest. It's pretty bonkers, and they want us to come and do events there. In their own words, they called us high-quality content makers, and they're looking for partners like us to come into the space and provide their members and people that are coming in through there some really high quality content. So we're going to come in and teach people about failure and how to use it right, and how not to get all sucked up in the quagmire that is failure, and how to use it to your advantage. Super excited about that. So we will be launching our first event with them this month, actually January 24th at Spark Labs. Starts at 6:30. You can find our tickets on PTix. That will make the team's third event per month. So every single month now, going forward, we'll have at least 3 events, and each set of speakers will be distinct to each event. So that's literally 9 new speakers every single month talking about failure. Some of them are going to be really crazy, like our event next week over at WeWork Dumbo Heights has the founder of XM Radio, Hugh Pinero. Huge deal. He's never really spoken to the community out here before, so this is the first time he's really going to be addressing the entrepreneurial community in New York City. We're really proud and honored to be the ones to bring him to the community like that, and he's going to be an amazing conversation. And then, of course, we've got our buddy NC from over in Alley NYC, and Jason Salzman, those guys. So NC's going to come, and he's going to talk about some stuff. As he put it to me, he's going to bring the fire. So NC's a pretty impressive guy, so when he says stuff like that to you, it usually makes you sit up and pay attention. So totally looking forward to that next week. That's January 11th on Wednesday. So join us if you can. That'll be a one you don't want to miss. So Fuckup Nights, man, it's been cranking. My design team is like pumping on style guidelines to like totally do a overhaul and a refresh on just our visual representation and unifying that brand image that we put out there across social media and the web and print and all these other different places that we're using the brand and using it and putting it out. So I'm really excited to see what they have for us next week when they do a design critique with the team. And they might even be doing a logo refresh for the brand. I don't know. We'll see how that works out. But there's a possibility of that too. So new things in 2017. Talk about it. We're coming out hard and with big speakers and big announcements for our additional events. And we're even going to give ourselves a little bit of a facelift. So getting really stoked, really excited. The team is really starting to come together and gel. Really pumped about that. And we're looking for food and drink sponsors for our events now. Organizations that want to come and get exposure to the 20, 30-something millennial entrepreneur, or this entrepreneurial market in general, or exposure within WeWork or Spark Labs. We're happy to do that. We want to bring some value add to it, but we'll give the nod to entrepreneurs first because we want to support the local community. I'm really big on that. My team is really big on that. We want to give back. We want to make sure we include people and give them opportunities so they can push their entrepreneurial ventures farther as well. So if you're a startup or entrepreneurial founder that has a food or drink startup of some kind and you want exposure at a decent event or a good event, an excellent event, we're the ones. Come talk to us. Hit me on email, peter@ilovestartup.com. Find us on social media, whatever. These guys actually came by and dropped by a bottle the other day. This is Brooklyn Mate. It's a carbonated yerba mate drink, and it's supposed to be a little bit different than everything else. So they gave us a couple bottles. Thanks, guys. We're going to try it out here in the office and see how it goes and get back to you. The team in general has been really growing. We're 18 strong right now, and we're looking for a couple social media rock stars, people that can help us kind of handle, build out, and progress our social media program, which is pretty basic right now. So if you guys know anybody or are interested in playing a role like that and helping the team out and being a part of something exciting here in New York City, again, reach out to me, comment on the links, shoot me an email, find me online on a million different sites, whatever, but let us know. We'd love to talk to you. Other things in the I Love Startup world, a couple. So Magnetic, my real estate project, is working with Newmark Grubb Knight Frank, one of the biggest real estate developers in the world. I think they're number 3 by transaction volume. They sent me this really nice bottle of Cabernet for Christmas. Thank you guys. Alyssa, Ross, Lee, really appreciate that, guys. That will be enjoyed later on with my girl. Thank you. Startup Theory blog. So the Startup Theory podcast, we just acquired an audio engineer. So now they're going to be able to post edit all the interview content that I've been collecting for the last 6 months. So we're going to go through a little period where I want to get all that content post edited, and we'll start releasing it on a bi-weekly schedule, and we'll get that thing rolling and moving. And then Stamford Venture Partners also pushed forward a bit. So my partner, turns out, is looking to exit, and he's in conversations right now with a big real estate website. Starts with a Z. A lot of you guys probably know it. They're pretty serious, so that's great. It'll probably free him up so we can push forward our agenda for Stamford Venture Partners. But we're looking to hire someone right now to kind of help us with the loose ends that Steve and I can't deal with, and help us perform some due diligence and stuff. So again, looking to hire. If anybody knows anyone that's interested in working for a startup investment venture, again, hit me up. You know how to reach me already. So I guess the thing I wanted to quickly chat about before I signed off here was how, one of the number one questions I get from people when they go to my website or they hear all the things that I'm involved in with ilovestartup.com, they're like, how are you doing all of this at the same time? And, it's the same formula that Elon Musk uses, quite frankly. It's staying high level. It's building and focusing on building a high quality team that you can depend on, that can execute reliably, like clockwork, with minimal amount of pain, and they help you do the execution, and it keeps you high level. And as a founder, that's where you need to be. You need to be high level because it's your job to steer the ship. And I don't know that enough people actually cognitively understand that. It's really easy to get caught in the detail and get sucked down, and before you know it, you got blinders on because you're dealing with some problem-solving stuff that you have to do specifically for one opportunity, venture, project, whatever you want to call it, and then all of a sudden, you don't have time for everything else. That's kind of what happened to me a little bit yesterday, to be honest, and why I wasn't actually able to do the blog entry yesterday, so I'll own that one. But the idea here is that you have a great executing team in each one of the projects that you're working on, and you remain high level. Your job as the founder to steer that ship, nothing else. It's really understanding what the long-term vision is that you set out very clearly. You can articulate that, and then you take the team that you built and you just point and shoot kind of deal. I know I'm oversimplifying the description of that, but that's essentially the bones of what it is. As Vaynerchuk says, I love quoting Gary. If you're playing video games at night, Netflix, like what's on Netflix? I don't even know what's on Netflix. And that's kind of it. I spend a lot of hours here too. I spend a lot of hours working on this stuff. I give up a lot in terms of social. I give up a lot in terms of just free time. I literally live out of this office, I feel like sometimes, with the amount of hours that I spend here. But I'm excited for all this stuff. I'm passionate about it. I'm really passionate about it because everything that we're working on at I Love Startup has to do with you, the entrepreneur, and pushing you further along and helping you. And so that's the only thing I really care about right now with my team. And I can't do it without them, and I can't understate that enough. So you wonder how I'm able to maintain forward-moving progress on all these projects and kind of continue to break ground. It's because I have great people working for me and with me, rather, and they're the ones that allow me to do it. And without them, I wouldn't be capable of doing any of this, at least to the degree that I'm doing it. So big kudos, big props to the team. Thank you so much. But that is a fact of the matter. So, I guess the thing I wanted to really kind of hit on today is, you want to accomplish a lot. You want to juggle a couple things. You want to test a few things out, whatever. Stay high level. Stay high level and hire your weakness. Get good people in the door. And the only way you're going to hire your weakness is if you even understand your weakness. And that's maybe the other point I should just make before I jet here. Everyone talks about hire your weakness, hire your weakness, hire your weakness. What does that really mean? What it really means is that you sit down and you self-examine, or you get the help of someone else to examine you, but you really need to have a solitary moment and sit down and think real long and hard about what you're good at, what you're realistically good at, and what you are not good at, and what you are honestly and realistically not good at. And some people, the ego gets in the way. They can't put it aside, and they don't get too honest enough with themselves, and then they never end up hiring that weakness, right? They think they can do more than they're actually capable of doing. They never ever identify that weakness or identify it the way that they should. So then they never end up going and hiring it, and now they have a gap in their strategy, and that's going to be the fail point for them. So the way you hire your weakness is getting real with yourself, like raw. And sometimes it's not easy to think about or come to that conclusion, but it's a fact. And quite frankly, you're going to be helping yourself if you get raw with yourself and you get there. So word of advice today, and the takeaway that I had from today, staying high level is being honest with yourself, what you can and what you can't do, and find other people to help you do the things that you just can't do. Stay high level, guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Hope you all have a good night. I'll probably have a couple other really cool things. Please thumbs up and like this video. Add some comments. I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts, feedback, whatever. And keep grinding, man. Peace.